I was born in Litchfield, Connecticut in 1811. I had 12 siblings and a father who was a well-known, outspoken religious leader. 7 of my brothers became ministers. At the age of 21, I moved to Cincinnati, Ohio to live with my father. I joined the Semicolon Club, a literary and social club, where I met my husband, Calvin Ellis. He was a professor at the seminar and was an ardent critic of slavery. Together, we supported the Underground Railroad. Sometimes we even temporarily held several fugitive slave laws in our home. When the Fugitive Slave Law was passed in 1850, I began to write to an anti-slavery journal known as the National Era. I would express my feelings about the problems of slavery. From writing to the journal, I mailed in a story I wrote. Unlike any other book, this story portrayed the emotional impact of slavery, which caught the eye of the whole nation. Instead of a title about slavery, I entitled my book Uncle Tom's Cabin, with the subtitle of Life Among the Lowly. However, at the start of the Civil War, I got to travel to Washington, D.C. to meet President Lincoln, who had heard of my book. Later in life, I was faced with my brother's accusations of a scandalous adultery, which became a national headline. Since the public attacks on my brother were so harsh, I fled to Florida. Till this day, I believe my brother to be innocent. While in Florida, I wrote The Palmetto Leaves, which was directed to the potential northern investors at the time. Also, I created an integrated school in Mandarin. This helped predate the national movement towards the integration by more than half a century. I became one of the founders of the Hartford Art School that later became the University of Hartford. I died in my Hartford, Connecticut home when I was 85 years old. I was buried in the historic cemetery at Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts. Today, my home is now a museum holding some of my most cherished items. Next will be Nicole, representing a powerful woman in history.